Happy Valentine's Day for the finish. Hello, highwayman. Oh, what? You got something to listen to on the drive home on that long, lonely drive. Yeah, I do have, like a couple of things I want to address here. But maybe on your drive home, you might want to hear like a little kind of a spooky tale. Um, I mean, I think so. That's up to you guys, unless you want to hear a little bit of Master POS theater, which we all know that's always fun. Or I have a kind of creepy story about like back in Ireland where um, had something to do with travelers, you know, uh, like back in, I don't know, like the 30s or something. And in those days, Irish travelers were referred uh, by the same word that, like older people use for them, which is gypsies. But it's not the word that I'll use for them not because, of the whole quote unquote, thing to do, but because it's not accurate. Hi, JS. No, I did not hear about that, Highwayman. I did not. Best not to know that. Like, what are we going to be able to do, right? That's horrific. That's very sad. That's terrible. Very terrible. I did not hear that. Try not to think about it. Try not to think about it. Gypsy is. Oh, really? Wow, I didn't see that. It comes from, that the Roma people were given that name due to the belief that they originated from Egypt. And and they may have picked up some of the Ottoman culture or cultures that when they made their way through the old Turkish Empire, but uh, Turkic, they actually originated from the Indian subcontinent continent and have a mysterious but very ancient history as a distinct subculture. Irish travelers, on the other hand, they're not from Egypt and they're not from India. They're from Ireland. So just, there is other different travelers from different places. They don't all originate from the same, culture. Oh, that's pretty scary. So who's making that threat, Highwayman? Do you know? Did you like look into it? Um, Many historians believe that Irish travelers first adopted their nomadic lifestyles as a result of English oppression, and there is historical basis for that. Yet, despite being ethnically distinct from the Roma, Irish travelers adopted a very similar kind of lifestyle, unpacking horses and covered wagons and moving from place to place. Is this boring for you guys? Yeah, we don't know if it's. Well, did you look it up, JDS? I mean, is it fake news? We don't know. I mean, but at the end of the day, we wouldn't really know. Well, what I'm reading is a scary story right now, JDS. I'm not like doing the news or anything. This isn't the news, by the way, JDS. No, I didn't. I'm sorry, Highwayman. I feel like what would we be able to do anyway if that was the case? I'd probably be something better off to not know. Like really, like what is the recourse for something like that? Correct? That's what I think. I don't know. So back in the day, travelers, where every place that they went, they were treated like outsiders, and that was the case in the town of Shannongary. And when the travelers arrived in town, they took a look around, set up in a field about a mile down the road. Immediately, there was grumbling in the village pub, with many wondering what the travelers' business was. But within a few days, they discovered that all the traveler father and his two grown sons wanted was a little paying work to see them through the coming weeks. There wasn't much to ask, but the villagers of Shannonary were already averse to outsiders. So, coupled with the bad reputation, the travelers had their pleas fell on deaf ears. The villagers, hi Sparkle, thank you JDS. It's just a little creepy store. It's not really creepy, but it's I don't know. I thought it was kind of good. Um, the villagers wouldn't even trade with them, refusing to sell the travelers so much as a loaf of bread. And it was all with the intention of sending a message loud and clear: your kind aren't welcome here. It's a shame to think that people held such beliefs, but I suppose that's just the way things were back then. Instead of moving on and trying to look somewhere else, the travelers stayed. And as the days went by, things started to go missing around the village. None of the traveler children were ever caught stealing, and according to people that were there, they didn't hang around town long enough to steal in the first place. But the more things went missing, the more people blamed the travelers for their misplaced belongings. Maybe the travelers did help themselves to a loaf of bread or two. Poverty does breed desperation, after all. But I think that we can all agree that the punishment that followed most certainly did not fit the crime. One night, roughly an hour before the village pub was due to close, the traveler father walked through the door, walked right up to the bar, and asked the landlord for a pint of his best ale. The landlord refused, saying that he didn't think that the father had the money. But the father slammed the right money down on the bar just to show that he did have the money. The landlord, which was like the bartender, continued to refuse to serve him. Is that the money you got from our stolen things? Someone called out. The father denied such thievery. A small fight broke out, and then the traveler father was forced to leave the pub. No one followed him. At least, no one did overtly. They just finished up their pints. The barkeep kicked them out, and he locked up the place for the night. Without any more trouble, as far as he knew, The traveler man had slouched off back to his covered wagon and to lick his wounds, but has come to find out that wasn't the case. Early the next morning, a dairy farmer was carting a load of milk and cream into the town when he came to a bridge that crossed a small stream. As he crossed, from his elevated position on top of his cart, he looked over the side of the bridge. In the water, he saw a man lying face down in the water. His blood ran cold. The body turned out to be the traveler father, who'd been thrown out of the village pub the night before. The local constable enlisted the help of some villagers to pull the man's body from the water, and after hauling it onto a wheel pallet, they delivered his corpse to his wife, sons, and his trio of small daughters. People in the village said that they could hear the man's widow crying all the way down the lane, and even though they treated the family with contempt at first, there was a terrible sense that someone, or perhaps a group of people, had gone way too far and done something unforgivable. The constable and his volunteers then left the traveler family to grieve, and the next morning they were gone. And the village constable issued a plea for information and said that anyone found guilty of the traveler's murder would be hung for the offense. But no one came forward. This was for a couple of reasons. The first and the most insidious was the idea that if someone had killed the traveler's father, then he probably deserved it. It was common knowledge that there had been a fight at the village pub on the previous night, and someone suggested that he set upon a father who was stumbling home drunk in order to even the score. And then somehow in the course of that fight that followed, the traveler was bested and thrown over the bridge, where he bashed his head and drowned in the water. The second reason, and perhaps the most obvious, was that no one wanted to see anyone hanged because they'd gone telling tales to the police, especially not for the sake of announcing a traveler who shouldn't have been in Shenanigans in the first place. There had already been one. Why be the cause of another? But the third reason, no one came forward, and the reason in which had the most sway was the fear that if the man's possible accidental killer was named, the traveler's two adult sons would come seeking revenge. A revenge that would not nearly be so merciful as the hangman's rope. Weeks went by, and none of the travelers were ever seen around the village. Then, as weeks turned into months, people started to forget a dark cloud had hung over the village for a short time, with some fearing that the travelers' retribution would be visited on them in due course. But as more and more time went by, folks started to relax, and that dark cloud seemed to disperse. Tucker and Roscoe. Sorry, guys. Come on now. Simmer down. You know I'm live. Come on, here. Blankie. But then, one morning, some terribly bad news swept through Shenanigans, and that same dark cloud returned. The village farrier was found dead in a bathtub full of cold water. He'd been drowned. Back then, they didn't have running water in their homes, let alone hot water. So if you wanted to have anything resembling a good soak, you had to buy your own big wooden bathtub, then fill it up with hot water yourself. I actually grew up that way. In England, my mother had to heat the water up on the stove, and I would take a bath in a big tub in front of the fireplace when I was like, 6 to about 8. The farrier's wife said that she had come home from the pub, and her husband said, okay, the farrier's wife said that after coming home from the pub, her husband had decided to take a nice warm bath. He told her that he'd come straight to bed once he was finished. But when she woke up the next morning, she found herself alone in the bed. Now, he was a popular man, and seeing as it was his job to shoe all the horses in the village and the surrounding area, he was quite a wealthy man, too. His death was a big hit to the village, so he was deeply mourned by his friends and neighbors. But it was the circumstances of his death that truly terrified people. They thought that maybe his drowning was the result of the traveler's curse. They thought it had been put on the village by the father's grieving family. But it was only a handful of villagers who put stock in this, while the rest dismissed it as nonsense. A doctor rode into town to examine the man's body, departed after declaring there was no foul play. The friar died of causes that, while tragic, were completely natural. And it made sense. He was no spring chicken, and he often spent his evenings drinking away vast sums of his daily earnings. His son stepped into his shoes of his father, and life went on as normal for a while, at least until a farmhand was found lying on a road leading into the village, drowned in a puddle. This time, the signs of foul play were evident. They were evident for all to see. The farmhand had been set upon while walking home from the village pub. His attackers beat him, forced him down, then held his face under the water of quite a large rain puddle before he finally drowned. Those who'd seen the boy's body dragged from the water said that there were cuts and grazes all over his face from where his killer had forced his head down so hard that it had scraped some of the flesh from the skull bone of his forehead. Now, even the doubters were certain that a terrible but inevitable revenge was being visited upon the village, and the culprits were obviously the traveler man's 2 sons. Once again, the village constable made a request for volunteers, and they roved the surrounding countryside looking for any sign of the travelers or anyone who might have seen them. They found neither hide nor hair of the 2 sons and returned empty-handed and without answers. However, this did not satisfy the villagers, who felt that any one of them could be the next victim of a random and deadly attack. They organized volunteer police patrols to reinforce the already heavily burdened constable. Those that took to the streets would at least have a fighting chance, whereas those confined to their homes were completely paralyzed with fear. But one of them seemed much more frightened than the others in the days after the farmhand's body was discovered. Now, I don't know what a Chandler apprentice is. The Chandler's apprentice, I don't know what that is, almost completely disappeared. Confined to his lodgings by some inexplicable terror, he paid local people to ferry all of his work to him, along with his meals and any other essentials. The only time he ever went outside was to go to Sunday Mass. And villagers noticed that he was praying considerably harder and longer than before. And once he was done, he made a generous donation to the collection plate. Then he was on his way straight home. Again, but always via the long route, never via the bridge that crossed the stream where the traveler's man body had been found. Then one day, the chandler's apprentice failed to open his door when they came knocking with the morning's work. After banging on his door for a few minutes, the young man got scared and ran off to the village constable to get some help. A few minutes later, the constable arrived and kicked in the door, walked inside, and he found the chandler's apprentice lying in bed, having been beaten so badly that he was barely recognizable, with his nightclothes, his bed sheets, and the floor beneath him having been completely soaked through with water. The men that had been patrolling the streets all night long had not seen any strangers coming or going, but still the shadowy avengers had managed to creep into the village and exact a watery revenge against the now deceased chandler's apprentice, then sneak all the way out again without being spotted. As you can imagine, the villagers of Shanagari were shocked as they were scared. In the beginning, the general consensus was that the murderous revenge had been committed by the traveler's man's two adult sons. But by that time, many people, including the constable, believed a much larger group was responsible. Travelers have large families, even larger clan networks that divide and unite them in equal measure. Their petty squabbles are fought publicly and brutally even today. I actually did watch a documentary one time about they were like fighting bare knuckles, and that was what they did, and yeah, pretty brutal. But when one of them is wronged by an outsider, every traveler feels grieved. And that's because they knew all too well that it could have just easily been them. Hi, Kate. Happy Valentine's Day. Could have just as easily been them drowned in the stream that night. It took a long time afterward, but there had also been a change of opinion on another issue. At first, the villagers believed that the killings had been random and opportune. But after the death of the chandler's apprentice, when the supposedly random they realized that they were the opposite. It hadn't been a case of you'll kill one of us and we'll take three of you. The murders had been planned, targeted, and they had meaning to them. Out on the lanes, no one knew who killed the traveler man that night, but behind closed doors, everyone did. It was the farrier, the farmhand, and the chandler's apprentice. It was much easier to sneak around at night then. There were no doorbell cams, no CCTV. But the revenge against the traveler man's killers verges on the supernatural, in my opinion. The ambush and drowning of the farmhand makes total sense to me. And when it comes to the farrier and the chandler's apprentice, it's like they were ninjas or spookier yet, ghosts. They somehow killed a man in his bathtub so quietly that it didn't wake his wife. Then they got into the home of a man who turned his small home into a veritable fortress of security, and they made it look easy. But the thing that I find even spookier than those shadowy avengers who terrorized a small Irish village for weeks without ever being spotted is the fact that they somehow worked out who killed the traveler man. I suppose you could say that they killed at random until they forced the guilty party into hiding or on the run. But that's not what I believe. I believe they knew. I don't know how, but they did. Maybe it's because they're just good investigators. Maybe one of them witnessed the traveler's man's murder and was too scared and outnumbered to do anything at the time. Or maybe it's because on the Emerald Isle, there are much older gods than the Christian one. And while I'm not saying it's something that I believe, it sure is kind of frightening to think about it. Because that's a little story. But anyway, so now, oh shoot. Okay, I think I have. All right. Okay. Masterpiece POS Theater. Are you guys still with me? Because I gotta make all POS. Well, I don't know if you are or not, but whatever. All right. So here's the thing. Now, Noviaz put up a post earlier, which is completely true. It's true. It's true. Hi, Sparkle. Thank you for letting me know. That, it's getting really annoying, like, listening to this woman, Babalina, act like she gets to do the things that she did, which were detrimental, and they went real life, and were horrible, and be like, well, hey, it's over, get over it, kind of thing, Like, dude, no. Then you're gonna come back with this fucking fucked up tale that you're being bullied, so you're slapping some bitches in the face? No. Doesn't work that way. Okay? Just doesn't. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Fucking blurry. Blurry. Okay. Hard time here. Alright. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. Master POS theater. So today, a young lady lost her life, and I'm not blaming those two people, but your callous behavior is disgusting. Like you, you were live last night when it turned into the anniversary of, and you described their insides liquefied, like so callous, so cruel, and you're the same person who had to cease. And I don't care how many times you try to justify your actions for that. You're disgusting, okay? You're fucking disgusting, all right? Disgusting. So when I noticed that it was, wow, it's the anniversary of it, like that's so crazy because this woman didn't even mention it. Adelina didn't even mention it. So what she does is she makes a post. I know that's hard to believe. I know it is. I know it's hard to believe. Now she says second post, but I didn't see a first post, so I don't know. Second post. As lame as the first. Oh my god, these two women are just wow. I will address this. This is creeper stalker low. Oh no. You hosting the shows that you did with the most disgusting behavior going is creeper stalker low. Yours creeper stalker low. But SG, if you're gonna dig up obituaries and information on an accident, I was a passenger in, then you need to get your facts straight. That wreck was 100% her boyfriend that was driving the motorbike. Well, he was in his 40s. I mean, really, was he your boyfriend, or are you just assuming that? She's 18, a good kid. You're saying, like, come on, no alcohol was involved. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'd have to hear from the car that took off. Now, the car that took off, that's pretty interesting that there was a car that took off. Like, if I was you, I'd be like, hey, fuck that. I mean, I get it. I saw your car was total too. Must be traumatizing. I would imagine that would be traumatizing. But you can twist it for your audience however you want to. Now, what did I twist? What did I twist, lady? All I did was post something and said you hadn't mentioned it. It was all still, everything's still about you. So what did I twist? I mean, No BS is was totally accurate. Your entire live stream was spent bashing everybody. Okay? Um, you can twist it for your audience however you want to, but woman, this is low even for you. All right. This isn't a blame game. What I'm saying is, you're so unaware. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm not blaming anyone, but stating what the police investigation found to be facts. You want my attention so bad, and I don't know what the F for, really. No, really? No, really. I cannot believe that it never, ever crosses your mind in all this writing to think it didn't have something to do with you. And you brought it up. I just happened to look and see that it happened to be that day. Like, whoa, how, ironic. Like, wow. Because you said the night harassing people. And then, I mean, like, come on, man. To me, I would think that would be. Can I just get, like, an opinion here? Okay, there's 24 people here. Can I get an opinion? Do you think that if this was occurring, this was, I mean, like, come on. Was her behavior in her live stream last night was it indicative of somebody who would be, you gotta feel some kind of guilt. Like, people feel survivor guilt. That's people who have survived wrecks. My friend, he survived a wreck where, like, I mean, like, he was one of the only, there were two survived. There was, like, five in the car. Two survived. And no, she doesn't. That girl, one of the girls, somebody said, at least you're not pushing up daisies. And she's like, I know, that girl said, pushing up daisies. That's somebody's baby. You were justifying your husband allegedly stealing the underwear of girls that age. I mean, no fucking respect for anybody. You are in need of serious help. I would suggest you put the alcohol and illegal drugs down and go get it. What do you get off? You dirty bitch. Your only friends are another creeper stalker of mine. You don't have creeper stalkers, Bob. Lena. Bobalina, you do not have creeper stalkers. You don't. You just have people who are fucking appalled. And who are like, what? And you know what? I heard somebody make a comment, and they used the initials JY. And they said something about trying to get me to go the same way SG to do whatever JY did. And you know what? I know who that is. Rhymes with Gates, but it begins with a Y and the first name John, right? Is that correct? Didn't he make an attempt? Did you have something to do with torturing the F out of this guy? Did you? You were in that community. Didn't his channel get messed up? Is that you? Is that you? Is that why you had to, like, remove yourself from that community? Isn't that a good friend of Addie's? Does she know? you're sick. You're a sick, sick person. That talks bad about you to Lou. A woman that has made a whole community hate her with messed up thinking. Oh, that's you, Pavelina. Sometimes a nut and Tanger, who you should be super grateful for. And I'm just waiting for her to run fast from you, asking to please come over here and be saved from you. That's nauseating. The fact that you typed that, I guarantee you that even if Tanger and I fall out tomorrow, the fact that you just typed that would deter her. I mean, you ignorant, arrogant bitch. This all was because I posted that it was the anniversary of someone's baby. And I guarantee you, just knowing what an ignorant bitch you are, that there was more going on probably in that car. You probably had some like death metal or something playing, banging your heads, or you were arguing, or you know, you could have been giving him a little something, something. Who knows, motherfucker? You're horrific. The rest egg you on and hate watch you. You literally only fake nice when you know you have pushed the limit, and then it's short-lived. I know your game. I'm way done with you. The only reason what I'm responding to this is because the seriousness of the nature. You think, bitch? But guess what? See, bitch, what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell those people to get over it? That's in the past. What if one of them what if one of them caught your show and they were like, wow, this fucking evil bitch just said my loved ones. It makes me have like a visceral reaction just then. My loved ones inside liquefy. Then tried to say she died in her arms, but nah, there was a helicopter took her, but she was like, declared passed away on that. But see, you're just such a fucking bitch. You are. You're just a fucking bitch. I've spoken about this accident a few times. The people that matter know what happened. What the point is that I feel this date would be significant. Ugh. I can't imagine. Baby, stop giving fucking advice and then saying if anybody comes after me, I got guns. You got guns, really, lady? I mean, so you're like sitting there making like violent threats to people. Like you need to simmer down. You're being too loud. Don't step on my gown. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. They understand how awful it was. She knows people. That's what she says. She knows people. I mean, come on, man. Fucking running around behind a big old bee telling people, oh, you're going to shoot people if they don't get along with your fucking friend Slabolina. I mean, give it a rest. Telling other people to forget about things, and then fucking putting your stamp of approval when this fucking bitch wants to rag and moan. Ain't happening. Oh, and by the way, Courtney, nobody's doing anything to you over here, you little freak. But I saw you over there. But like, you want me to pull up on you, Nettie? All right. So I no more of this delicate little baby flower in recovery, Courtney. I don't want to fucking hear that shit from you guys anymore, all right? She don't get that kind of pass. She don't get to pull that card while she's sitting there talking shit. I mean, simmer down, you too. Now the bitch thinks she gets to pick and choose whose trauma is trauma. Those people know what happened and understand how awful it was. It's great how you like to use traumas against people. Fuck you and your deceased live stream. I'll go after yourself. You know what, fuckturd? My sister was somebody's child. All right, fucker? And she also told that child's mother, who is dead, that she needed a good dickin'. So that's the fucking real truth, okay? The simple truth is you're an idiot, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Seriously. I heard what you did to Courtney yesterday. Oh, what did I do to Courtney? Fucking be nice to her for a fucking hour, and the bitch just kept pushing and pushing. See, she hasn't been able to do what I can with you yet. What's that fucking mean? What you can do with me? Who the fuck do you think you are? What you can do with me? The fuck you think you're gonna do with me? Fucking Slavalina. But she will one day. What the hell are you, Yoda? Will she? Yes, one day. She will do what I do. The Force will be with her. See, but she will one day. I mean, no. Look, Pimple Truth. Do you have a dog in this fight, Pimple? Because why are you rearing your ugly white head? Why don't you pop out? This ain't Dr. Pimple Popper. See, she hasn't been able to do what I can do with you yet. Why people even watch you is beyond me. Even if you had no viewers, you would still sit there and talk to dead air. Ah, you're dead air. You have a demon inside of you. You have 36 demons inside of you. You're not even funny, scumbag. All right, Pimple. This one is a new low for USG. Using a dead girl to try to get back at me. See how you are? Slavalina? Nasty. Callous. Icky. I don't care if you think I was those deceased clones. I don't even think about it. You're not blocked, you fucking whack job. Ooh, blocked now, cover. Yeah, I'm so scared of you. Ooh, I'm petrified. Can't you tell? Can't you hear a tremor in my voice? Hold me. Sparkle, hold me. Please. Pimple Truth is here. They're gonna pop on me. We got some pus-filled pimples in the room tonight. You know who you are. Pimple Truth has one tooth. I can't protect you. Every man for himself. This bitch is gonna blow. Yes, I'm 13 going on 2. I'm Benjamin Button. Why are you here if you don't like me? Evidently, you do. Like, simmer down over there, Pimple. Get some, like, what do they call it? Acne cream. I thought was what she uses. Babalina's probably got a good, what do they call them? Those people that pop their blackheads off their back? Aesthetic, whatever. Yep. I believe she's next season of Pimple Popper. Her whole back will be next season. They've got to wax it first. Wax on, wax on. Young Babalina, wax on, wax on. I know, because that means you're not hating. You get it? You're loving. I can feel the love coming through the wires of the internet. It's overwhelming. Blackheads with Papalina. Popping Papalina. Babalina. Listen. Pimple poppers with Baba. Papalina and her hubby, Zick. BB Blackhead. Paging BB Blackhead. You need to come out. I just want to squeeze you, BB Blackhead. I'm so glad you sent the president of the company in, Pimple Truth. I have a serious question for you, Pimple Truth. Do you know the way to San Jose? My friend Dion was wondering. I don't want to go. Ponder that and let me know. Okay, let's talk about the demon. I know, I don't care if you think I was those deceased clowns. Why don't you just get the fuck out of your evil head and do something with yourself, Slavalina? You're so evil. It's hard to, like, fathom. I wasn't any of them. So literally go shove any excuses you will use for this up your ass. This is well. I thought when I heard you heard, so you heard I was making fun of you. I wasn't. I agreed that no, that's bullshit, and that Annette was callous when she said 3 days for your dog, bitch. Okay. You do something with yourself And then after you're done, I'll give you 300 seconds to do it. Maybe you'll be not so tense. And so go do something with yourself, if you know what I mean. Right? Simple. And then you come back a better person, maybe. It's just a suggestion. You got 300 seconds to think about it. I don't know if it worked. Try it, Sparkle. See if you could give Pimple Truth 300 seconds to pleasure themselves, and then come back. Maybe they'll be like, after they drain the main vein, better person. Why did Izzy make a... What do you mean Izzy commentary? Did she make something? Like an Afghan or something? Yes, that's me, you know me, Pimple. You got me figured out, Pimple. Oh my God. Did Pimple get cut out? Just time them out for 300 seconds. Let them take care of their fucking anxiety, whatever issues going on. Maybe they, they might be, maybe if I do ASMR, it'll help them. Maybe. When I heard you were making fun of me for crying over my deceased dog of 17 years. Are you really bringing this to your dog? To your dog? Was low, but this takes the cake. No, you take the cake. Stop lying, Vince. See what it is? See? Now, I'm not a big cake fan, but I bet you are. You would bring it to cake, wouldn't you? Yeah, you want cake for deceased dog. Did anybody send her cake for the dog? I was gonna ignore it, but I kept. You were gonna ignore it. You were gonna ignore it. You were gonna ignore the anniversary, are you? You're so horrendous. I mean, people thought the Hindenburg was big, but I'm just saying that I do think that Airhead gives it a run for its money. But I keep getting people telling me how messed up it was you did. Well, go fuck yourself, because those same people should be telling you how messed up it is that you're just an asshole. Like everything you do. Are you and Shady and Nut competing for the lowest fish of 2024? Or what? Bitch, it's fucking February. Keep going like you're going, and I guarantee you. Not lowest, biggest, yes, you'll win that. But you thinking and stating, Bob assault, fire. I'm a ruthless bitch. I'm gonna slap some bitches. You know, that kind of shit? Yeah. I think you're in the running for that on your own. Alright? Yeah, okay. Please. Nobody tell me anything else about SG and what she says about me. If you need help with her and you, that's fine. What the fuck's that supposed to mean? You need help with her and you. What are you gonna do? Fucking counsel us through our fucking differences? me and whatever YouTube. What are you, fucking Lucy? You have a little fucking stand set up. You want us to come give you 5 cents and you're gonna help us? Stupid bitch. Don't trust this bitch as a psychiatrist or holding the football. When it comes to me, I do not want to know. Foot is down. God, did I say foot down? Breaking news, folks. Tsunami hits. Just kidding. So Sharon says, oh, shut it, Bob. Lena. Did the police state as fact that she slammed into the telephone pole so hard that her insides instantly liquefied? I mean, yeah, you said that, Bob. Lena. You did. You disgusting. Disgusting. Yuck. Yeah, I didn't think so. That was you being your normal, heartless, disgusting self, trying to exaggerate and embellish the story. You sure did, you cunt. Sorry. I didn't mean to call you out by your given name. I'm sorry. Just disgusting. How dare you? That was so insensitive to even say. Her insides did not liquefy. You dumb. They probably didn't. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had a helicopter come. In my opinion, you and your alleged cross-dressing hubby should be in prison. I do think there should have been more. I mean, taking your word for it, bitch, is fucking crazy in my opinion. Your word, Pops? That's just my opinion. All right. Now, more with a master POS theater. We're going to bring it to No BS right now and what you said about her. El Pineso El Suka. That's what you used, but you used your fingers. I don't know how to type all this shit. 1 month ago, where you say, now you want to keep bringing up your dog. You just want to keep bringing up your dog. You just want to keep bringing up your dog. And I get it. Really, I feel for you. I really do. Although I was listening to a older video of mine the other day, and it was really not entertaining, man. How many times you were lighting up cigarettes and that poor dog was just like choking, man. It's sad. But anyhow, so, so No BS, she didn't know if her dog of 15 years, and by the grace of God, and thank you so much, glory be, that, No BS's dog is wonderful, right? And wonderful your dog, too, okay? Babalina, I'm happy you gave your dog a home for 17 years. I mean, seriously, nothing against your dog. I do think that was pretty callous, okay? But this is what you were doing before your dog passed away. Now, I heard you in your live stream last night laughing like a demon about Sharon breaking a tooth. Now, first of all, nobody blacked out your teeth. Nobody did that. You're the one who sat there with fake teeth from the fucking, Spencer gift store, the I don't know, the prank store, whatever the hell you tried to shove in your mouth and passed off as your teeth. And some fools even signed off on that and became bigger fools. But a month ago, you were saying, because you didn't give a fuck, you were saying, RBS isn't going to show their fur baby's pick again. But you all saw, right? The fuck's that supposed to fucking mean? The fuck are you implying right there? See, I'm trying not to swear, but she just pissed me off like that. Like, Not that she doesn't piss me off, but I was doing okay. I was doing all right. But see, I don't like the fact that you don't see. See, Sharon could get her tooth fixed. You can't reanimate your fur baby. So you're the one who tempted fate, and you should not be laughing like a demon, you stupid bitch, because God doesn't work that way. So I don't know if you're laughing because you're so happy thinking the devil works that way. But you do seem like somebody who would sell their soul to the devil, just my opinion. Anyway, for now, I know I said I'm done with crazy Deb, and I am. Oh, wait a minute. You want to talk about mental illness bullying? Well, here you go. So we got you bullying somebody else's dog in a dire situation and taking their trauma against them. Sparkle, are you still here? All right. And then we got her saying crazy Deb, right? So that's 3 offenses within the first couple of sentences of what she accuses other people of doing. And I am so done with her. Oh, and I do want to say this about, like, Jewel saying that you're obsessed with Sharon. Yes, you fucking are. Can you keep note of that? Right now, we're up to 3 offenses. 3 offenses of what she accuses people of doing. This is a month ago. We're not even like 3 sentences into this. So, like, could you just write 3 in the chat? 3 offenses we're up to. And yes, if you go through your community post, sorry if I'm yelling you guys. If you go through Slavalina's community posts, just count how many start with Shady. Just count. I mean, it's at least every other one. Nobody's going after you, Bish. Okay? Nobody. You're supposed to put 3 offenses. People don't know what 3 means. 3 offenses committed by Balina 1 month ago. She goes, like, please, stop talking about her in my chat. Please. I don't care what attention-grabbing stunt she is pulling. Okay, 4. We're at 4 offenses because it was suicide they were accusing. But she had not said that. I don't care, whatever. It's just that, remember? She told me to off myself on Christmas. No, I don't remember. But I do know, it's up to 4 now, but I do know it's 5. It's 5. She talked about herself again. And she tried hard to use E-Beggar's recently deceased father against him. During my 12-hour live, she pulled a self-admitted hoax of offing herself for attention, saying it was to get back at people for caring about her well-being. Now she is doing a FOIA for names. Mine won't be anywhere. She is butthurt now over me saying last. What kind of a run-on sentence is this? I wish she would just go off here. She twisted it, thinking I meant off herself. Wow. She brought up how she notably came out on Dead Relatives Night. Now you fucking cock. I'm going to give her up to 10 offenses right now. It's 10 offenses by this disgusting pig. By this disgusting pig who capitalized Dead Relatives Night. Oh, you fucking bitch. Mm-mm-mm. You fucking dirty skank. 11 offenses by the pig. Yeah. Capitalized dead relative. And you know what? You also had Sharon's mom in there with her picture, and she's not dead. And you're such a bitch. And you told my dead mother, you did. It was highlighted in yellow, bitch, because you had pre-recorded the live stream. And you told my dead mother that she needed a good dicking. You disgusting pig. You pig. You said I was going to grind Sharon's dead body. You're such a pig. I'm sorry. Just for the way you act, man. And Sniffy, oh yeah, I could handle you. I handle you just like they handle any other toxic fucking shit. With rubber gloves and a hazmat suit. Fucking making a sock account called Swiss Mrs. Toy Boy or Boy Toy, and it's yourself. Shut the fuck up. That's you, bitch. But fail to mention that the reason I had that show, you fucking dirty cunt. Slabalina, go ahead. I don't care if my live streams, don't get monetized because you keep reporting every motherfucking thing in them. Everything. You could get me removed from YouTube. It does not mean that the World Wide Web is not a big enough platform for me to find another platform to make certain that people know about you. You nasty, nasty, nasty pig. And yes, Swiss Miss, I'm gonna call your fucking nasty ass swine pig friend that capitalized her dead relatives night. A pig. Not because she's fat. That'd be obvious. That would be low-hanging fruit. Or just like, well, not that I call them fruit, but her lips. If you know what I mean. I would say that would be like, I don't know, 30-day-old fucking roast beef, in my opinion. Now that thing is rancid. Oh my god, I can't even imagine. Ugh. I can't puke thinking about that shit, man. Ugh. Ugh. Net and SG and a few others were blaming me for being these stock accounts. So I was like, okay. All right. So you know when, and I didn't blame you for that, skank. I didn't blame you for that, skank. But you know when they were around is when you fucking skank, were taking your little 2-week break for whatever 100 reasons you lied about having to have 2-week break. And then you came back with a dead relative live stream. You're such a cunt. And BB, sit over there again saying, my dead relatives would like it. Go fuck yourself, cunt. You don't know right from wrong. Shut your mouth. Better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. So I was like, okay, I will do a show where I invite them all in. You invite people's dead relatives in. You see how you sound? You dirty pig? You fucking dirty pig? the Bobalinas, they should change their names to Babe and Wilbur. Baby, you can be bacon. Don't ever again justify this bitch using my dead relatives. Now, if you think it's funny to use dead relatives, then tell her to use yours next time, not mine. And I want her to tell your dead family they need a good dick in and shit, okay? Especially when they've been, dead since 1984. She got her up and my sister. You know what I'm saying? That ain't happening, bitch. You don't get to fucking tell people what they get to be upset about, okay? Net and SG and a few others were blaming me for being the stock account. So I was like, okay, I will do a show where I can't run a show and be like, yeah, you can pre-record it. But see, there are all these stocks here. Go fuck yourself, you dirty bitch. You're such a pig. I can't stand fucking even. Ugh. I can't run a show and be all these stocks. But see, the stocks are in here. So in a way, those are, you're just such a bitch. Her meddling, attention-seeking behind messed it up. If she wasn't one of them, just trying to be included. So she's like mad at Debbie. Mad at Debbie. Because Debbie felt bad about it. Oh, wow. She's talking like those meddling kids, like the fucking villain from Scooby-Doo. But I have sat back and just let people go. Who the fuck do you think you are? You fucking Jabba the Hutt bitch. Aw, Deb, how wonderful of you to step up. And how evil it was of Bobalina. LMAO. No one given an F why I had that show to begin with. Whoa. Wow. That just goes to show that she knows what kind of pieces of shit she has supporting her. That's the kind of pieces of shit she has supporting her. People don't give a fuck about harassing that. Now, here's another thing I want to bring up to now. I noticed in your live stream tonight that you were pinning on the screen about people reporting me and getting my channel. For what purpose? I mean, like, we supported you when you were going through that shit with your pictures and everything. I mean, are you fucking kidding me right now? Nobody's doing shit to you. So why the fuck are you, like, being so cruel? Did we do something to you or something? I mean, like, come on, man. Simmer down over there and fucking stop with the bullshit. Oh, Lord, this woman is saying she has Omega stuff. So, wow. Wow. Omegle is so last year. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please. This is like 36 offenses now. I mean, what is wrong with this slob? Oh. Oh god. Oh my god. And I know what I did, and I know what you few women twisted. See? That's not knowing what you did. Do you hear what oh my god, I can't even. I don't even know. Oh my god. Wow. I just can't. So release the Kraken? I don't care. What do you bitter bitches not understand yet? I don't care. LMAO. So I guess Crazy Deb and got into the woman talking crap. No remorse. No remorse for anything, man. All her fucking community posts, all they do is show no remorse. This woman has no There's no way that she is in therapy. I don't give a shit. There's no way this woman is in therapy. There's none. I don't care. I don't care. In my opinion, there's no way. This woman is sick. She is sick. Yeah, no, so like she sold her soul to the fucking devil or something, man. This is one of the ugliest people I've ever seen, and you know what? And I feel so guilty. I'm gonna confess something right now. I keep thinking to myself, why? Why would, like, and I'm not even saying that it was, I don't understand why would that young woman just starting out on life, and these two bastards were just starting out on their horrendous fucking life, in my opinion. Already filled with just such, ugh. Nowhere did it say that was that girl's boyfriend. Nowhere did it say that. But you want to act like that, you know, she's dating a 44-year-old. I mean, come on, man. She's 18. Give it a fucking rest over there, bitch. Dad went and got into this woman she calls Pig's Ears and lied to her, saying I was talking crap about her on my 12-hour night. So now I have this other chick who is shady, who is a shady big time fan coming at me. Fat shaming to hell. Go fuck yourself and don't be fat. Stupid bitch. Because she said she didn't watch my 12-hour live. Shut up. Somebody didn't watch a 12-hour live? Wow, that's so crazy, huh? And it was like she was told. So I was like, nope. You hear how stupid you are? You egotistical fucking bitch. Not listening to you fat shame me, financially shame me, talking about how poor I am, where I live, supposedly to shut up. This is you. You're such a disgusting bitch. Ugh, I just, ugh. She's so gross. So gross. No, there isn't. And I think something that people tend to forget, which I will give, even though Sharon does go after me, and, you know, like, I mean, whatever, I wish she wouldn't, but she does. You know, whatever, it is what it is. But one thing I do want to say is that I think what people tend to forget is that, you know, although Jules likes to lie and say her channel was the biggest one then in the community, which that is not correct, okay, Jules? Angie Reacts was because she bumper humped off um, Maddie, but she also, when she first came out, she did interviews and then she stopped doing them. When you came around, it's pretty much around the time I mean, I have an email. Like, you were so behind the scenes fucking with people. It's sick. Because in your mind, you kept thinking there was some competition between you and Angie Reacts. But there wasn't. Tom already, like, he liked Angie Reacts before you came around. He never seemed to like you, Jules. But then you just fucking behind the scenes, you're sick. Like, your channel, I'm sorry, right. And then, so Sharon, so she comes along and she actually was, now we don't know, like, okay, so we could say this, and this happened. But the bottom line is it was Tom's idea for her to get the things like Cash App and fucking GoFundMe, all that shit. In the meantime, now at this time, Bobbles is squeaking her way in there. You got Jules coming around, and they all got a hair across their ass. Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, yeah. So, okay. So, all right. So at the end of the day, you got a person who, has an addiction that decides to have an addiction channel. Same with, well, I don't know. Like, I never really watched Maddie, but I never thought that Maddie and Sharon were comparable. Like, I didn't like that Sharon would go after Maddie. I think it's contradictory, but I think in the beginning, a lot of people wanted the best for both of them. Now, I still think people want the best for both of them. But as a functioning addict, as I think Sharon is, and, more so than, Maddie, I don't think Sharon gave her really any breaks. And I say the same about Angie, Tish, Mosaic. I feel like, she definitely got, like, support isn't always about money, you know what I'm saying? So people giving her money wasn't necessarily support, because we know that there was people that were giving money that were probably like, this will be the one, this will be the one, probably taking bets on when it was going to occur, you know? So I don't think, it was really cool that, Sharon joined in on that, because, but I will say that a lot of Sharon's anger probably goes back to the fact that she had established her channel, and you get some fucking jealous bitch who came around, a couple of them actually. One of them, a month and a half in, and just like she's doing now with me, and that is the case, the same exact way She's doing with me. She did share. As if nobody else is allowed to have a channel on YouTube except for this fucking bitch. I am so sick and tired of listening to this bitch break terms of service, in my opinion, telling people to report this, report that. I mean, what an evil bitch. What an evil woman. People wouldn't even be doing this, squabbles, if you weren't so fucking mean. BB, you don't get to say what gets forgotten and what, Slavalina can be fucking angry over. Fuck that. No, it ain't happening like that. You don't have a dog in this fight. Back off. Don't be fucking threatening with firearms. All these dot, dot, dots. Dot, dot, dots. Dot, dot, dots. That's such a fucking waste of keystroke energy. Like, you're so ridiculous. You're nauseating. You are. You're nauseating. Swiss, don't. Step off. 2.5-star hospital worker. It's okay, Sparkle. So you go on and on about, now Crazy Deb mentioned blowing up Kimber's phone the past few days, and so I could now talk about it. Yes, she has. She has been saying god awful things to Kimber's. I've been telling her not to respond, etc. Craig, I understand mental health very well. Now, see, you say that as if nobody knows that you use spoof numbers to do those things. Like, you actually think everybody doesn't know that you use spoof numbers. You do. I've been telling her not to respond. I understand mental health very well. I don't think you do. Way better than addiction. Didn't you say you were married to an addict? Not this guy, the other one. This is why I just can't put up with you. For the sake. Now, why are you making a community post about her then? For the sake of my mental health. You say you are getting help, but no, you aren't. You are getting meds. Oh, please, listen to you over there. This is the cauldron calling the kettle black. Now look at this pic of you when your cam accidentally came on. This is years ago. This is the real you. Study it. Put some makeup on his face. Cam up and start being real. Do you hear you? But leave me alone. And Shady, go F yourself, girl. You can't tell crap from the top of a stripped, oversized, striped, you mean? Striped? That's not even how you spell striped. I mean, come on. Oversized pajamas shirt going by. I heard that you put the 2 seconds I bent down up. The desperation is real. Okay, here it is. I love my body. It's my body. Have you seen a body? like my body. Bet you want to touch my body. No one's got a body like a body like mine. Ooh, but it would be nice if you could touch my Bible's body. Oh no, not every Bible's got a body like mine. Yeah, yeah. Shady touch it. Desperation. Sweet. Okay, here it is. My body. Touch me. You want to feel my body. It's my body. I own my body. And I have had a blast watching you dumb bitches be so concerned about my body. Wait. I love my body. When I, and if I finally show it to you all after you're done throwing up, it will still be my body. That God, that God gave me. My doctors, my hubby, and family, and friends, and fur babies love me. But it's fun watching all you bitches show your true colors over it. And then she ends it with a camera flip of Debbie. Like, are you gonna be alright? I mean, simmer the fuck down over there. So 1 month ago, Scavalina allows allows Skanky Munchie, who just got it, whatever, says CW told me on the DL that BS pocketed those coins and took the dog behind the shed with a rifle. She didn't even want to spend the money on euthanizing the poor thing. Yeah, so slobs hearts that and says, hey, I tried to text you at that number. Girl, I think we figured out who all BS is. Waiting on more proof. And I would not doubt that. They have no sympathy or compassion, empathy. They could do that to a dog. Now, this is a month ago. Yeah, this is a month ago. Like, you're gross. You're gross. So, I'm sorry. I can't even. You're sick. You're a sick, sick person. Everything you write is gross. Everything you think is gross. That's the funny thing. Alright, disclaimer, I don't own all of the audio in this video, but the reason why I'm doing it is because, listen, once again, I'm gonna tell you again. Okay, I did not, hello Sharon, I did not call CPS on Unity, okay? According to Babalina, nobody did. No, I can see him. According to Babalina, nobody did, okay? So, it's getting kind of really annoying that you keep saying this over and over again when I know that I did not do this. I mean, so disclaimer, I do not own all the audio within this video, but I am using it within the fairies that guide listed as the author's speech is being used for commentary and statement education purposes. It's just annoying, like, that you keep saying it. I don't think you said so. See, it doesn't even say you anymore, Sharon, which is good, but dude, I did not fucking call anything on you, okay? I don't even know you. Like, I don't know you, buddy. Like, stop with that. How you doing, Sharon? Can you see me? Hola, can you see me? That's a fucking lie. It just always stays the same, like, and he complains about people, oh, they don't make content and stuff, but I don't know, I'm just thinking that's really not. So, incorrect. No, I don't think so. Happy Valentine's Day to you. No, I don't think so. I think I found an account of yours that I unblocked recently, but I'm not sure. But I saw that one, Sharon B. That one, Journey to Success. That was not blocked. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Y'all have to be classified in this own group. We're just all ancestors. You're raised like, oh yeah, that's dinner over there. Oh, no, I can see them. I pinned them, see? Look. I pinned them. And then I can see you in that one too. See? So that was just a tidbit of the racism of Babalena. Oh, I know. I mean, I've made it clear that we've had our differences, but I understand that your anger towards, I mean, yes, definitely, you know, Slavalina has filled her community post, started, all with uh, shady, the majority of them, in my opinion, are definitely going after, you. And the fact that your channel, original channel, was taken down is exactly like how she's trying to do to me now. And of course, you would have an issue with that. I'm trying to block that person, but for some reason, it's saying I'm having a problem doing it, like internet connection. Um, so I don't know if that comment is still there because I tried to block that person, but I think that Sparkle might have fallen asleep. Just not. Well, just saying, I mean, it's starting to get really annoying. Is that really Sharon? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. Am I not sure what it is? I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I needed to connect with you guys. It's insanity at its finest. I almost was working very hard at getting her struck. That's what I mean. See? What that bitch there just said, that Crystal bitch. You know? That's fucked up. Yeah, I guess so. But she believes she pulled out this card. I pulled out the C card to YouTube. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to get rid of that person. I wish I had a mod here because it keeps telling me that my fucking internet connection isn't, and I just keep trying to get, it's saying having trouble connecting. I might have to go out and come back in or something to try to get that, because I don't know what the fuck. I keep trying to like block them, and it keeps saying my internet connection is messed up. That's why if Sparkle, or any like mods are listening, if they could get rid of that hating hard full-time job person. You can't make sense out of it. No, you can't. The C card, unreal. Make sense out of it. But I thought I was hearing things. I thought I was hearing, and so this Crystal skank, she was trying to get herself involved with some bullshit. Well, yeah, I mean, oh God, cannot. I'm gonna go. It's a pain in the butt. Like, I wish I had a mod that was like awake watching this. Like, if somebody was awake, I guess I'm gonna have to try to. I'm sorry that it's not removing that person, Sharon. I'm trying to. I don't know if they just keep making another like account or something or what? Because it's bullshit. I mean, that's like corny, like that they just sit here like fucking making comments like that. I hear ya. I hear ya. I mean, she's gross. Keeps calling, like it's gross. It's really gross. It's gross because fucking the bitch has been on you since you came, like since she was a month and a half into, like here, but she was also in other places. Thing is, though, it doesn't really affect them if you do or don't. That's the problem that I have with it. Is that that shit doesn't affect Bobbles, Bobalinas. Bobolina, it doesn't affect her. It doesn't affect Ebex. It's just that she has made it her mission since she made that agreement with, Chosen One, in my opinion. And the guys go out, come back in, which is terrible. It just will take forever. Insane. Nabalina. Come and Robbie Nabalina. Babalina has weevils. Weevils wobble. No problem. If she's back, then you're gonna be in trouble. Hey la, hey la. If she's back, yeah, Nitty knows what he's been trying. He knows that he will cry. Can you guys hear me? Hola, hola, oh, hola. My boyfriend's black, and you're gonna be in trouble. Just kidding. Hey la, I'm calling Nitty on the double. Hey, he knows that you've been lying. Hey, he knows how many pizzas you've been buying. You've been a whore for such a long time, Bubbalina. Man, I could just freestyle all night. I don't know. Clap if you want me to. Just kidding. You don't have to clap. Unless you have the clap. I wish I knew if you guys were here. This is a good one. Are you guys? Maybe I should start a new one. Maybe I will. I'm gonna end this one, start a new one.